Hello there, YouTube. This is Sibbles and Bits back at it again with another Inkbound daily. Today is the daily for September 21st, solo, and we will be playing Magma Miner, going from... I didn't start with two random bindings. Anyways, we're going from Vengewood into Derelict Starship, and we're going up against Argoloth. So... Miner versus Argoloth looks good. They want us to inflict poison. I don't know about that run quest at all. Maybe if we get Poison Vapors as one of our bindings. Otherwise, we're scuffed. This should be fixed. Everyone should have the same exact bindings. And what else here? We're inflicting poison for absolutely no reason, actually, because we have Ink Wash. That's a little bit scuffed. We also have Reaper Scythe, so we need to make sure to not die early. So depending on exactly what's going on here, that will determine how we're going to go about this. They gave us Talons of Sin, so that kind of shows, helps a little bit, except for it's also going to dilute our drafts so that we get more poison damage that we can't actually meaningfully stack. Not very happy about that. You reduce the rate at which poison decays to 33% per turn. Dope. At least we get to use it versus bosses. So... we... At least we got Incendiary. Anyways... For those of you who are unaware and are watching this after the fact, we just had a mid-season patch drop today, which has a little bit of balance changes, but most importantly, what has happened is that a lot of enemies and bosses have had their health and damage adjusted. For the most part, what it seems like the intention is that up at the top end at tier 20, there's not that much difference. There's definitely some cases where enemies have straight up less health, or they have straight up significantly more health and more have more threat. Some enemies have been mechanically rebalanced, but it seems like the idea was to keep T20 where it was at because modifiers were brought down, base health was brought up. Why did we bring base health up? I don't know. My guess is that dailies aren't easy breezy. So if we struggle at all, it's because most bosses have 60% more HP. Depending on which book you fight them in. Their ads have more HP. Not really using it as an excuse, but as an explanation so that you're wait, what? Bits is washed? First off, always has been. Secondly, enemies have significantly more health. And the idea of that is they want to, again, make sure that, well, first off, they want bosses to be more impactful. And secondly, I think that there was also some cases where they wanted to make sure that, that there's not a ton of 45, 50s up at the top of daily runs. I don't know that. That's my guess. Anyways, going back to the run. Tarnished Treasure. Cleave, we're going to put Cleave on cooldown, so that's not +1 magic power. We also really don't care, now that I'm thinking about it. Future Willer, pretty good for our first turn. It means that we can get away with using Cleave just as an opener, and it doesn't affect our turn at all. Would kind of hope for something better than this, but I'll take 2 will a turn on the first turn over nothing at all. The up tier on Explosive Incendiary is very interesting. I'm also looking at Scorching Leap because usually that's what I pick, but obviously it's not really going to do much for us as far as killing heavies in map. Same thing with the Bleed. They really just gave us a ton of DOT that we're going to lose anyways. So I guess Incendiary critting and possibly becoming a competent skill might be what we're going for here. I don't see why not. As far as, maybe take this, because when else am I ever going to be offered Sharp Cleave? That's really the only thing here. And leaving something good for Leap sounds like a good idea. So we're going to go ahead, take Explosive Incendiary out of those options. We really don't care. This is probably just going to become plus damage and maybe prepared so that we can just lob it for free whenever it's up. Steel does decent damage and does very good versus Swarmers. It just doesn't have a little, it's got an itty bitty AoE. But yeah, again, regardless of doing a burn build or not, regardless of ink wash, I think that Incendiary is a very good skill, and I'm happy to see it. I'm not happy to see Cleave because I think that it's a garbage skill, especially when it doesn't have bleed. Anyways, also just a little bit more. Why are you all the way over here? Whatever. Anyways, another little deep lore, I suppose, is that I'm a little exhausted. I had to commute home through the rain today on foot. Nobody asked. But it's okay, because I needed it. Because the real reason I'm exhausted is because work was a total bitch today. So I am glad to be home playing my favorite video game and getting my ass beat because everything has HP now. Oh, other very important thing to note about the patch. Definitely should point it out. Heat has been reworked on Magma Miner. Every 5 stacks now, not just at 5 stacks, we gain 1 less shield but 15 movement. Pretty significant because it gives you plus 30 move per turn, which I would think that Moss Cloak would want. I believe they added it to his dash. Just sort of, I'm guessing, to help Magma Miner get around in melee since they're, the melee class. But personally, I would much rather have like him get inbuilt damage than that. I don't know. I'm gonna go ahead and crit that. Slash that. A lot of fights have also had the amount of turns associated reduced. And I don't think that has actually impacted the amount of turns that we get before scoring penalty occurs. But I'm also not sure because they give us our score, which is great, right? I love that they give us our score. Except for the fact that our score means nothing until the end of the run when our scoring metrics are tallied up. And it's not tallying up all this either. So we know that we didn't lose any points on turn 1. I would still like them to change this, or maybe Season 3 is going to change how scoring works, and so this is going to make a little bit more sense. I don't know. But, nice to see, but it's honestly a useless number. I don't really want to take... I would like to take crit this early. I guess we can afford to, because we have 2 ability power. That's all the that's the only argument I needed, really. I like Bolstered Bonk. Bolstered Bonk is like ridiculously good. It increases our damage by about like 33%. Like that's crazy. Strengthened Smash is like something I would take if I didn't want to take a common, and that's not the case with Magma Miner in my opinion. Also, going up here to take a look at what we got to come back and get like a better... It's not going to work because we already have... I forget that sometimes. There was no way for me to finagle that besides just to skip it, and it's not worth skipping. Like, some commons help. Some. I really like Hemo here. Inflicts more bleed that we don't care about, but then we hit them, get another stack of bleed. Now we're starting to get our worth out of our bleed. And not only that, it reduces the cooldowns so that we can actually frickin' use it more than once in a combat. I like that. Otherwise, Serrated Sweep would just be nice just because it hits everything. But it reduces the damage. It's slightly, yeah, Smash got a buff too, by the way. I keep forgetting all the like little tiny things that are important here because there was just so much things. But Smash is now 150 instead of 120. I haven't quite factored into if that makes me want to use the button or not, but I've been asking for Smash to deal more damage, so I can't really complain. I think it does make it makes a considerable difference. Because before it was kind of a hard button to use because A, it didn't kill mediums or even lights in higher difficulties. Hold up. I'm a little freak. Take me to the sea breach. -2 glyphs for +10. Excuse me. Let's go. We will have to go to a glyph node. We won't go to this glyph node because I kind of want versus Lusk. I definitely want like items for sure, because that's going to be a lot of damage coming our way with the new changes, and we kind of passed up on taking more damage to solve that. Is that... I mean, it's like the most efficient smash that I've ever seen, and I'm still like regretting it because I have the muscle memory. Anyways, smash was always better single target than using bonk twice, but only just. And bonk could hit multiple things to gain you more heat, and then it also had better effects associated with it, and on hit effects in this game want you to obviously hit things multiple times. It really made Smash not great, but at 150, I'll have to recalculate. Like, that's basically giving it a white, the white plus 45 damage, like not quite, at all times, which is considerable. What else do we got here? I want to bleed you, sucker. Let's use the Disintegrate. Get that in there. And now I want to hit you guys. Like, most of this is actually the Hemo. Yeah. So we're going to just go ahead and hit you with that. Give me my orb. Probably should have done that after I did this. That's a bit of ordering. We don't have -1 cooldown, so we really don't want a Leaping Strike. What are we going to do with this extra will? I really scuffed this turn up. I think we're going to be fine? Question mark? And how exactly does this work? Inflict 4 on the first hit. So we actually want to open with AoEs and not smash, but I mean, in the instance of having a Cinder Cultist out, that was the correct move. I think I'm going to take damage from that Jabber, meaning that I'm okay with that. Mercurial got hard nerfed. Thanks, I guess, for nothing. Like, I might as well. We'll take 1 damage, that's fine. And we need to end this turn now. And slashers with Beefy make that considerably difficult. How the frick do we do this? We got rooted. We needed cleave this turn, assuming that the Treant actually put himself in a favorable spot. Hoy. All right. Yeah, we're gonna take a turn penalty here. I can't even kill this guy here. I don't see how I'm supposed to rectify this in any way. Not with what we had. Like, the burn would have helped, but not enough. Alright. On inflicting poison, inflict dazed? That's not too bad. Cloak of the Conspirator, if you took no damage. I believe... Like, this really needs to be clarified on if it means if you were hit. I'll put that in. I think Shattered Crown's big for us. We'll go ahead and we'll grab that. It gives us more damage. It gives us access to a multiplier. We usually want to hit things with an AoE at the start of the turn anyways. It does sort of set us up for Hemo to do like a lot of work. And this is Suffer. I'm going to return to the sea. I can get away with re-rolling this. Is that actually worth it? Probably not. Like 15%, like plus 15% crit damage? It wasn't worth it. I'll take the crit chance, though. Double crit incendiary. Quick leap, though. Quick leap's too important for us, I think. I think we gotta take this. Double explosive incendiary is kind of a funny idea, though. That'd be a lot of damage. Alright, unstable brew. I hate this. All of these increase the cooldown. I really don't like it. However, it gives us something to do with burn damage. It's not going to be flash fire. Like, there's no way that like, really, it's... No. We haven't spent any money. We could grab Cloak of the Conspirator. I'm not sure I like any of these. Like, Frozen Finger's worth 35 Quillings. Is it Frozen Finger reroll maybe a green? And then that's us for the rest of the run? Why not? Why not? Aww. This is interesting. Pocket Watch of Alacrity. We still have a boss. So we fight Nim. Sorry, Lusk. Go all the way through Mimic. That's another 4 fights. That's 5. 6 versus the elites, and so we have +6 and movement on a vestige versus Argoloth. Restores HP every fight, assuming that we of course kill Lusk on time. I think we grab Lion's Share and maybe Shadow Book. It's a little weird because it will at least work for Incinerate. Like, maybe we could use it to plink some mobs. I don't know. We'll do it. That 70 was probably best spent waiting. And we would be waiting for the Elite Vault to reroll a purple. But just with all the HP changes, I feel like I need stuff now. Why is your HP like this? Hold up. I just had this up. I'm taking a look. I am taking a look. What is your base health actually supposed to be? Because there was some weird stuff with like Nim yesterday, or like yesterday, other days too, where he had like 10% more health for no frickin' reason. Okay, Lusk, the Blight Bag. You should have in Book 1 5,000 health. What? Like, how do you even get to that number? Try and tell me that they're going to have a certain amount of health. Come on now. Make it make sense. Come on. Magic Pixel has to exist, right? Thank God I clicked when there was no target. That could have been disastrous. We're actually going to go ahead and use this. And let's go back to that. Swing, swing. Schwong. Yo! I hate this boss so much. And this is exactly why. Intended, by the way. How do we deal? How do we deal? We do not have shield on hit. We're going to have to hit enough people to proc our heat. Alternatively, like dealing enough damage to just frickin' kill them 5 head. I can't slurp into you and also hit this individual. I feel lied to. Cheated. Like that'll do it, sure. And they put themselves like this far away. Like, I'm seriously supposed to handle this? Like, I can, obviously, but I don't know. Yeah, I'm gonna have to focus like a single guy, because I can't hit... Oh! Oh! Come on now. Come on now. I knew it. Magic Pixel doesn't exist. People have been trying to tell me. It's like right there. Are you serious? That's so annoying. Anyways... Since I can't hit 2 targets, I won't get another set of shielding, whatever. I'm just going to have to barrel through it. And then next turn, we're going to be taking, like, what is it? Yeah! Another 19 global. Well, not global. You're doing like a little spit maneuver. But at least we've got cleave. Swing, swing. I guess I should actually be doing this. I might as well, I suppose. I can't hit you both with this anyways. I need to make sure that I go far enough away that it doesn't think that I belong in there. And now I have to use so much will just to destroy these guys that I cannot feasibly do damage to Lusk. Again, little annoying. If I do this, then I cannot smash. And if I cannot smash, I must scream. In fact, like, we're done. We're dead. Game over, man. I guess we were supposed to use Brain Tuna here? Like, I think the only thing that we possibly could have done differently was... I don't know, we couldn't have gone aggro. We tried to reduce as much damage as possible. If we did double burn on Incinerate, like instead of Incinerate, right? By the way, if we... Yeah, I honestly don't know. And what was I to do? Trying to think again. We're not going to get Shattered Will, so that doesn't mean anything. Like, not have Inkwash, I guess? What were we offered with Future Willer? I don't think there was anything that did damage. Was Frozen Finger in there? There was Tarnished Treasure that absolutely wouldn't have made a difference here. Like maybe a little bit of damage. Like what we need here is we need to survive this turn and get access to Hemorrhage again, which would be next turn. Unless I'm like mistaking how this works. Yeah, Lusk does exact lethal to me. The Rotten Calzone. Rotten Calzone could have done this. Because everybody that we poison would be dazed. And so we would have taken less damage. Like, even on this turn, I don't think that that rounds down. Does it? Oh, we would have at least gotten one. Yeah, Rotten Calzone. That was the line. Love isn't always on time. If I take this now, does it enact now? Nope. Okay. Well, there we go. What, shortest video ever? It's still 30 minutes. Yeah, when was Rotten Calzone offered to us? It was alongside Shattered Crown, right? So if we didn't have Shattered Crown, we'd be doing, honestly, considerably less damage. Especially with the bleeds and the hemo that we've been stacking on the boss. Were we supposed to take the Radio Cleave? Maybe, honestly. I could see maybe the Radio Cleave was the right idea. Also, I don't think that potion that we took ever got... No, that was heat. My bad. So Radio Cleave might have done it, but that only... Like, we'd only be able to use that once. And then what do we do against all the other little Lusks? Like, nothing really did that much damage. Like, our smash barely did that much damage. Like, I just don't know. Anyways, no use getting bent out of shape about it. Hopefully the run was entertaining or at least educational. If you have any comments whatsoever or feedback, be it questions, comments, concerns, misplay alerts, be sure to put that down in the comments below. And until next time, we will catch you guys around.